reach out for you. You give me pleasure every time I think about you. Every time I read about you. Every time I reach out for you. The way you love me so, always be your baby. Always be your baby. The way I love you so, you always be my daddy. Yeah, you will always be mine. I will always be yours. You will always be everyone. Before I start, I would like to thank everyone that wished me a happy birthday. I appreciate all your nice comments so much, and I thank you so much. I would like to share a motivational message to all the young people out there or anyone who needs to hear this, and I would like to encourage all of you to spread the gospel. And even though people might make fun of you for it or might not want to listen to you, you should still be calm and always spread the gospel around you, because people need it, and it might be the only chance for them to hear about it, since nobody really talks about it often. Because we should spread the gospel because Jesus told us all on this earth that we should make disciples and be fishers of men and draw people closer to God and draw people to the kingdom of God. And all you really have to do is plant the seed, and God can make it grow in them, and they can just start living a life for God and getting saved and become better. And you could, just by spreading the gospel and telling people that Jesus loves them and what Jesus did for them, they can become way more better, and you could even change their lives. So please keep spreading the gospel. No matter what happens, just keep doing it.
And with that opening, that instruction from my daughter, we want to spread an important gospel today. I am blessed to have a big brother, a friend, a medical practitioner, a medical doctor by training. And you know the amount of years you would invest for you to become a medical doctor. And I love medicine, how they battle with people over the illness or sickness or disease they might be contending with and help save that life. But you know, what is interesting about my brother is not just that he saves life of people who are going through sickness, he also saves life even in the area of spirituality, psychology, in the area of parenting, in the area of training youth and children. He is a doctor in every sense of it. A doctor in curing people health-wise, a doctor in curing people psychologically speaking, and even a doctor in curing people spiritually speaking. He brings this divine energy that provokes revival in the room. Listening to him, you will feel like gathering all your children. Come guys, you need to hear this man. And can I invite you to do that right now? Go gather all your kids. Tell them to come around. Let's see this short video together, because there's an information coming your way that will be revolutionary. So, ladies, gentlemen, join me and welcome my big brother and friend, the one and only Dr. Ken Katas.
Thank you so much. This is Bishop. You can see it's a crucifix and always looking so powerful. In fact, yesterday he came into the meeting with a t-shirt and a shirt that physically I had to beg him, look, I'm going back to California with those stuff, man. That was wonderful. If you wear that and come out, everybody wants to know your God. I just love that. Yeah, so I'm not only just a physician. A lot of people don't know that.
Right.
I read medicine and surgery.
Right.
Yeah, a lot
medicine
of
and surgery.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm MBBS from University of Benin.
Wow.
Because of your passion. Your passion defines you more than your training.
Come on.
Yes. So you might go through a wonderful training, right? Mm-hmm. If the energy, the passion of why you are created is not embedded in that stuff, you're not going to make any impact in life. So it's the passion that you bring to whatever career or whatever God has called you to do that make all the difference.
Yes. Look into the camera and tell people about this passion thing, because it's important.
If you're a young kid and you don't have passion for what you want to become, what you want to live for, at 12, you're already late. I see a lot of young people, you ask them, what do you want to become? I don't know. What do you want to become in the next 5 years? I don't know. Come on, you should know at the age of 12 what you want to pursue in life. When my son was 5 years, he said to me, Daddy, I want to be a policeman.
Wow.
And I said, why do you want to become a policeman? I realized because in Port Harcourt, Nigeria then, there are a lot of pa-poo. So he's just fascinated about that pa-poo, and he wanted to become. When he was 8, I asked him what he wanted to become. He said he wants to be a doctor.
Okay.
Now, by the time he was 13, he changed again. Now at 13, he was so sure of what he wanted to become. Right. If you are a young person and at the age of 12, you don't know where you want to release the energy that is already inside, then you have to rethink. Jesus at the age of 12 already knew what he came to do.
Come on.
That his parents were looking for him for 3 days. They didn't find him in the party hall.
Wow.
They didn't find him playing Roblox, man.
Wow.
They found him in a temple.
Oh, come on.
And they said, Mr. Man, we've been looking for you for 3 days. Come on, how do you make your dad and I so sorrowful looking for you? And he looked at mom and dad and said, Mom, Dad, don't you know I have to go about my father's business? He knew the business
at the age of 12.
So when you are 12, you don't know what you want to become. You have entered into oblivion. You are not going to be recognized and you are not going to be paid for what God put inside of you.
I think, Doctor, this is why, and people, listen to what I'm about to say now. Do you know that even the occultic world, they have a concept, a target of catching them young. Yes. I think this is the reason behind this, because if only we can catch our children young, they will not enter that oblivion you talked about.
That's it. the younger, the stronger.
Woo!
When you know your strength when you are young,
God.
it will deliver your yield
Wow.
in a very significant way. This is what I think is
Wow.
missing in these young people. Because like I say, because they are always focused on the screen.
On the screen.
The screen does not allow you to think bigger than that small thing.
Hold your thoughts on that.
Oh my word.
People, now we're going to tap into his knowledge. You know, I defined him as a medical doctor. He went further to explain to us that he's not just, you know, a physician, but he's also a surgeon. And beyond that, he, like I said, goes into the dimension of healing people that is even beyond medicine. Now, we're going to combine his training, like he explained to us, and his passion in just 2-3 questions I'll have to ask him right now. His training makes him understand something, medically speaking, about the configuration of our brain. But he will explain briefly your brain to you, and then he will help you understand how to use your brain effectively. So, doctor, what is this thing that we carry inside our skull that seems to define the totality of our person?
You said it. You said, what is it that we carry inside our skull? It's called brain. That is the greatest human organ, I would say, that God has created.
I think so.
Yeah, it is from the lining and the configuration of the brain that people make computers, make games.
Yes.
It's from what is there.
Yeah.
I don't care, you know, ChatGPT, artificial intelligence is rolling off.
Right.
Whatever you see in artificial intelligence,
Yes, sir.
cannot be compared
Come on.
to 1% of what this brain is. It not the brain that creates
That create. Come on, man.
shower? So there's so much locked inside here that we are not fathom at all.
Wow.
You see, and that's why I always tell young people where to begin is not from artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Where to begin is your passion now.
My God.
For example, because I gave my life to Christ at the age I gave my life to Christ, I saw medicine. What made me to go to medicine is that I saw medicine as the easiest way to go to heaven without having a church.
Okay.
Because I love to be a blessing to people,
Right.
but not from the confines of a church.
Right.
So I saw medicine as the easiest way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when people come to a doctor, I realize, by my own self, nobody taught me this,
Right.
that they tell the doctor their secrets.
Yes, sir.
When they are sick, they tell the truth. You never see anybody in front of the doctor and is lying.
Yes, sir.
And for example, you have a problem with your eye. You say, doctor, actually, the problem is my legs. He's going to treat your leg, but your eye is going to get blind.
I'm gonna die.
So they say the truth. So I said, oh, come on. These people come to you truthfully. Is that not a good soil to put in the word of God? But people can lie to a pastor. Hey, pastor, you know, they lie to pastors. He comes to a pastor. You will never tell a pastor I have sexually transmitted disease. He can't say that. He said, just feel that there's something all over here. All
Tell
over
me
here.
about that.
Come all over here. But when you come to the doctor, see, it is brown in color, it is red in color. This is what you say it without any prayer.
Right. Right.
So before you now give your Panadol or your Tylenol,
Right.
you give your prayer door.
Come on.
You give your prayer door.
Come on.
Before you give your injection, you give spiritual energy into the mind.
I love it.
And when you combine them together, it becomes academospirocardiac.
Say it one more time.
You're going to pay
Slowly.
for that.
Slowly. Somebody need to catch it.
Academospirocardiac. So that's when you combine your academics with the spirituality you have.
Come on.
That makes it possible to affect the cardiac. The cardiac is the heart.
Did you hear that
You
explanation?
see that? Now you won't find that inside the dictionary.
No,
He
it's
only
not.
came from the Spirit of God. If you have heard it before, he heard from me definitely.
My God.
Okay, so that is the point I'm trying to make.
Yes, sir.
Let your passion, whatever he wants to, whatever it is, sports, engineering, whatever, let your passion be palpable to your parents, to everything.
Doc, you know, I love what you say that there's a rave about AI technology. AI, you know, chat GPT, there's a rave about it. And it's beginning to look as though this AI is more intelligent than human.
Oh, boy.
But before you go far, remember that without human being,
That we know.
AI could not have been created. So this AI that seems to know everything came from the brain of somebody. So you see what I'm saying? Our brain is nothing in life can compare with it. But I came across a research doctor about a particular social media app, and I'm not going to call name for obvious purposes. Particular social media app, and it's created by one of these communist countries. And the people who created it came together and employed what I want to call the science of attention. And then it arrests me at my age, and I wonder what will it do to my children if it does that to me. What I mean is, and you know what I'm talking about. Immediately you enter into the social media apps, you say to yourself, oh, let me check what is going on. Oh, I have a job interview in the next 30 minutes. Oh, just for 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Man, listen, you have the possibility of forgetting your job interview that is supposed to happen in the next 30 minutes because you've been glued. The science of attention is you've been glued to it. Now, the question is, what part of the brain, because we are still on this brain, remember I said I'm asking you 3 questions, this is the second one. What part, and I love the way you answered the first question, that the brain is stronger than anything. Now the second question, what part of the brain, what are the different configurations of the brain? What part of the brain is this social media apps targeting? And why is it destroying the creativity of our children, and how can we liberate both the adults and the children from this brain damage? That word just came to me now. From this brain damage, and start using our brain positively. How can we do that?
Oh boy, that's a big question. That's a very a question that everybody's asking, and nobody have all the answers. But from my own little knowledge, I will tell you that the front part of the brain, we call the frontal cortex, the front part of the brain, it's, to me, the most important part of the brain. Yeah, that is where memory is located. That's where attention is located. That's where the ability to be able to make sound judgment, ability to differentiate good and bad, decision making, learning center. What do you want in life? All of them is in the frontal cortex. So these engineers you talked about,
yes, sir,
these engineers are the highest paid humans on earth.
Lord have mercy.
They don't have phone. They don't use phone. All they do is to sit down to create and manipulate the brain in such a way that the moment you get into this stuff, you can't come out.
Wow.
If you know how much dollars they spend in it, then you know that there is no physical training or go do this that can deliver you out of their hands.
Wow.
It has to take intentionality and God's grace to be able to, the more you understand them, the more you come out from them. But an average young person will never go to that extent because they are not given to knowing the reason behind anything. They are just thrilled by the effect, by the enjoyment, by the dopamine it puts into their brain. Because those things, the target is to release the highest dopamine.
The highest
dopamine to your brain. Let me give you an example.
Yes, sir.
That will help you.
Yes, sir.
If you wake up in the morning, you have like 5 nanograms of dopamine to keep you going. To go to school. Now, if your parents tells you you are going for, or you want to go for vacation, where you're going to have fun.
Yeah.
The dopamine level will jump to like 100. 100.
Yeah.
And that keeps you going. You go and come back.
Right.
The day you take marijuana, for example, the dopamine effect rises to 1,000 nanograms.
Wow.
Just one.
Wow.
So imagine taking it for 1 month or 2 months, the amount of dopamine. You don't think any other thing. Your attention is arrested. The only thing you see in this world is dopamine, is marijuana. You don't see anything. These engineers have come to realize what those stuff do. Marijuana and those things. That is what they are engraved into social media.
My God.
That the moment you get it pumps into your brain 1,000 and above dopamine. But meanwhile, we are not taking marijuana.
It pumps a higher dopamine than marijuana.
Into your system.
Ooh.
This is what people don't understand. You are dealing with the most sophisticated, the most intelligent humans on earth. That's what you are dealing with. That have all the technology available to them. You see the rails in social media and whatever.
Yes, sir.
You just call. You
Yes,
call.
sir.
You can't go.
You
just
can't
call.
get out.
You can't
get out.
Guys, these guys are smarter than the only way you can outsmart them.
Ooh.
The only way you can outsmart them is to move out from that soulish realm, the mind realm, and the body where they are, and switch to the third level. That's the way, man. Pastor David Ogwele, third level.
The third dimension. Yeah.
You go to the third dimension. When you enter the spirit, then your spirit can release stuff into your mind that will make your mind to break out of them.
Yes.
Without that, it will be pretty hard.
Yes. God bless you. Because while you say this, I remember that an average human is in a constant battle within himself. A battle within your spirit, your body, and guess what? Your mind.
Sure.
Now, when we talk about the brain and how that is easily arrested and captured, remember that is the battlefield.
Sure.
Your body and your spirit contend in your mind. So let me say something that many of us can relate with. Have you ever been watching those reels and shorts and all those, consciously created attention grabbers? And at some point, something reacts in you. And you say to yourself, what in the world? How did I lose 2 hours?
2 hours, yeah.
And you say to yourself, there's this anger that rises up in you.
Yeah.
Why? Because
that's your spirit, man.
Yes, because
that's intuition.
You are saying to yourself, I didn't even pray today. I woke up from the bed. I didn't pray for 5 minutes. I didn't pray for 10 minutes. You say to yourself, I didn't even study the word of God.
Let me hold your thought.
Help me, man.
And help you at that
Help
point.
me at this point.
You see, at that point, you felt that. That is the spirit trying to fight those things that grab attention.
Come on.
What you need to do, what we help such to keep coming up,
yes,
is more knowledge.
Come on.
More knowledge about the effect of those things in your life.
Mm-hmm.
More knowledge about how your spirit can override them is what is going to make that thing to keep coming up in a shorter way. So instead of 2 hours, you can see that if you just, like me, if I just 5 minutes, I'm already the thing will just catch me because there's so much knowledge about it in my head.
What about investment? And yes, the knowledge you talked about is amazing, but while you were talking about knowledge, I'm also began to take investment. Now, because what controls us can be traceable to what we invest in.
Sure.
Now, so you see these people invest so much time.
There you go.
Right. What happens to us? Help us on this, man of God. What happens to us when we invest that same amount of time in the spirit?
Oh boy.
What is it? What will life be
My
like?
question is, why is it that we don't have that time to invest in this spirit, even though we know it's so powerful?
My God.
So I could give some little answers to it. So some people would say, okay,
yes,
now we got jobs, we got to go to work, we have to take care of kids, we have to do other things, we are busy, it's a fast world, so many things to do. I have academics, I have career, I have church work, so many reasons. That sounds so cogent. And now you look at the examples of the people that you have heard that they are actually mastered this, they are not into this stuff.
Yes, sir.
You see that there are people that have already arrived.
Yes, sir.
They have something going for them.
Sir.
They have business going for them.
Sir.
So they could sell this. So your mind is, this is my age of really supposed to strive. How can I create a time? You see, this is what I realize. For anything that you really, really want, you will find a time.
You make time for it.
I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. I want to go for a job. If you are sick and they rush you to emergency, do you know you have time?
Oh, sure.
You have time.
Yeah.
I don't have time to say, and you just got a call, your son is in the emergency room. Time will come
Time
immediately.
will surface instantly.
So all those things we give as reasons
are not good.
They are not cogent enough.
Good.
So we have to be intentional about this.
Good.
And that boils down to the way I started. What passion are you bringing to this world? That's the end. Passion can only come from God. When God infuses passion into you, You don't care what people say.
My God. Thank you, doctor. Listen, guys, it was supposed to be a just 25 minutes interview.
We gotta go.
We have few more minutes, and that I promise 3 questions, and that will be for the last question. The last question will be about how do we suppress another part of our brain? And I'm happy he talked to us about the front part of our brain. Is your brain made up only with, the front part? Is there another part? Is it in the left or on the right? Where is it? We'll find out after this short break, and then we'll take that last answer, and then we'll go.
Everyone, my name is Nnamdi, and at 11 in 6th grade I wrote a book, and I just want to tell all of you to go buy it. It's really good. It teaches you on how you can be successful in life. It has steps and guides, and you can even practice along with the book and pray and do everything that the book is telling you to do. It's on Amazon, and you can find it if you just search my name. And it says it on the back. It's Peniel, and my last name is Nnamdi, Nnamdi. So you would really benefit from reading it. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you buy it. Again, please go to www.amazon and search for my name, Peniel Nnamdi, and you will find it.
I'm just trying to make sure we keep the time exactly. Have 2 minutes. We to answer the last question.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh yeah, make sure you go to Amazon and buy that book. The book is selling like crazy. People are buying it, and it's blessing children. Why not? Go get it on Amazon, and you'll be happy you did. I already asked the question, and I'm going to hand over to Doctor to answer it. Is there only one part of our brain? Is there another part to the left, to the right, at the back? What futures do those other parts have? Because he was kind enough to show us the future in the front part of our brain, and I chose those parts: attention, quality decision making, memory, knowing the difference between bad and good. My goodness, everything on the front part of your brain will help your life become so beautiful. But what about this other part of the brain? Talk to us, doctor. Is there another part of the brain, and do they have good features like the front part?
Oh yeah, the brain is too complex. Even scientists have not been able to figure out all the things that God put in there.
Right.
But for clarity's sake and for our audience, this is not a medical class, to start talking about all the different other parts. I like to lump it in a way that people can really understand.
Yes, sir.
So just imagine that the brain is the front and your back.
Okay.
That's very easy.
Easy, front
so
and
even
back.
if you see the anatomy of the brain, you will see something you can say front and the back.
Right.
Yeah. So the back of the brain is another target.
Wow.
The back of the brain, you can also call it the limbic center.
Limbic center.
Yeah, that's easier for people to understand. Okay, so the limbic center, you can Google it, you will see. So the limbic center is the part that controls the part that parents really, you want to guide your kids in that area, because it is the part that is easily stimulated. It's the part that is easily activated by few things around. For example, that's where playing is. Playing is at the back of the brain.
No wonder kids play a lot.
Oh yeah.
Playing.
To even make it even much better, the brain goes from the back to the front.
Woo! This way.
So playing is at the back of the brain. Yeah, pizza, food is at the back of the brain. Yeah. PlayStation, I like the PlayStation because those are at the back of the brain,
Wow.
Pleasure is at the back of the brain. Pleasure is at the back of the brain. Everything, pleasure, everything on the back. That's the reason why when you are eating and the food is sweet, check, you touch the back of the brain. If you see anybody eating and the food is sweet and he's touching the front of the brain, just know he's possessed. He is not a normal human being. Come on. It's at the back. Sweetness at the back.
Sweetness.
Yes. So
pleasure.
Oh yeah, it's at the back. Okay. So sleep is at the back of the brain.
Sleep.
Yeah, it's at the back of the brain. Unseriousness is at the back of the brain. Seriousness is at the back of the brain.
Wow.
And the almighty, the word that we don't like mentioning so easily is a lot of parents don't know how to talk about that. That's why I have a separate section in training that. Sex at the back of the brain.
Sex is at the back of the brain.
Okay, so these engineers we are talking about, they are targeting social media, in games, in devices, is to target the back of the brain, the limbic center. Target it straight. That's why your son is playing game. He doesn't feel hungry again.
Hey! Come on.
If you don't remove him from there, he can be there for 30 hours.
I
He will
forgot to eat.
he will
Forget
shove
to
down
eat.
till he will die of starvation.
Lord.
That is how powerful those guys are.
Lord.
So when those things enter the back of your brain, they kill off all this other stuff. They can't function again. Those guys are dangerous, man.
This is a simple answer, people. But if I come your way again with Dr. Ken Katas, I promise you, we will now begin to look into how do we arrest the back of the brain, right?
Yeah.
Suppress it, and then enhance the front of the brain. He has the answer to it,
Yeah.
but it will be in another video,
Oh,
right? But today, when you were speaking, doctor, I felt like encouraging kingdom scientists. I felt like encouraging Christian
To
scientists.
create their own apps.
Because remember what doctor said, that the apps we have today target the back of the brain, and that's why our children are being destroyed. What if, doctor,
We create applications
kingdom scientists
that can target the front of the brain, target the attention,
the front of the brain,
target things that when
quality
you go
decision
in,
making, attention, memory,
creativity. Oh,
why
yeah.
don't we have apps that help our children
Arrest them.
to enhance this part and not this part? My
Yep.
God.
Yep.
My God.
Yep.
Do you want to hear the continuation of this? I know you do. I know
Oh,
you
sure.
do.
Oh,
Follow me on YouTube so that you don't miss the conversation when it continues. It is www.youtube.com/Mr. Living X. X as in saxophone. Mr. Living X. And I'm going to put it on the screen for you to see. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the continuation of this conversation. Do you have a last word to our audience before we just sign out?
So anything that arrests your attention nullifies your intentions.
Hey, my God.
So when you have good intentions, what you want to do, and you spend all your life at the things that arrest your attention,
My God.
your intention will be nullified.
My God.
Be very serious with this. I'll see you in the next video, guys.
Aren't you happy that we have the one and only Dr. Ken Katas with us? What a wow interview. We have a church service to attend. We are sorry to cut it short, but trust me, we are coming your way in a very short time. God bless you, and thank you for joining us. Bye-bye now.
Powerful, powerful.